Dear friends, welcome back to our village home. After a productive morning filled with chores, garden work, and tending to the animals, it is now time to move into the heart of our day, cooking. Here in the village, food is not just nourishment, it is a labor of love, patience, and family cooperation.
And these carrots are beautiful.
Every step, from washing vegetables to preparing the fire, is done with care, and every ingredient tells a story of our connection to nature and tradition. Today, we will prepare cabbage stew, stuffed vegetables, dolmas, rice, and lentils, all of which require time and attention to create that perfect home-cooked flavor. Sarah begins by checking the cabbage leaves. They have been cleaned and softened in water during the morning, making them pliable and ready for stuffing. She gently lifts each leaf, inspecting it carefully, and lays it flat on a wooden board. The leaves must be soft and uniform, she explains. If they are too stiff, they will tear when you roll them. If they are too thin, they might fall apart during cooking. Maliha brings a bowl of the minced meat and rice mixture, which has been seasoned with black pepper, salt, turmeric, and fresh herbs. She mixes it thoroughly, ensuring each grain of rice is coated with spices and each piece of meat is evenly distributed. Mary joins Sarah in rolling the cabbage leaves. She takes a small spoonful of the filling, places it near the stem end of the leaf, and carefully folds the sides before rolling it tightly. Sarah demonstrates the correct technique, showing how a neat roll ensures even cooking. Patience is key, she says, smiling. Rushing will make the rolls loose, and they might fall apart in the pot. Good food always requires order and patience. Maliha carefully places each finished roll in a large tray, arranging them side by side so they won't stick together. Some bell peppers are also prepared for stuffing. Their tops are cut off and hollowed out, ready to be filled with the same delicious mixture. While the cabbage and peppers wait, Zara prepares the meat for frying. She has chopped it by hand, just as her grandmother did in the old days.
Herbs for the filling.
The knife hits the wooden cutting board with a steady rhythm, producing a satisfying sound that signals real, honest cooking. She heats a pan with a little oil over the stove, adding the meat to fry slowly. The aroma of the meat cooking fills the house, mingling with the scent of onions and spices. Maliha stirs occasionally, ensuring the meat turns a rich brown without burning. The smell alone makes the house feel alive, Zara says, smiling as she watches the meat sizzle. Meanwhile, Neela tends to the firewood. She chops small pieces carefully and arranges them near the stove. The fire must burn evenly, she explains. Too much heat too fast, and the dolmas won't cook properly. Too little heat, and they will take forever. She lights the stove, adjusting the fire until it is perfect for slow cooking. The flickering flames and gentle smoke give the kitchen a warm, rustic feel. Mary begins preparing the rice for the meal. She rinses it multiple times, letting the water drain each time to remove the starch. Once clean, she adds a pinch of salt and sets it aside to cook later. Rice is simple, but it needs care, she says. If you cook it too quickly, it becomes mushy. If you don't wash it well, it won't be fluffy. Sarah nods in agreement, appreciating the attention to detail that makes a meal truly satisfying. Grandmother Zari joins the kitchen with a basket of fresh herbs from the garden. She gently washes the watercress, parsley, and dill, her hands moving with years of experience. The vegetables are the soul of the meal, she says softly. Freshness is everything. She hands a small bundle of herbs to Maliha, who chops them finely to be mixed into the rice and meat. The aroma of fresh herbs, combined with the scent of frying meat, creates a sensory atmosphere that is both comforting and inviting. As the cabbage rolls and stuffed peppers wait, Sarah prepares the lentils. She sorts them carefully, discarding any small stones, and then soaks them in warm water. Mary prepares a small pot of boiled water, ready for adding to the lentils when they are ready to cook. Lentils cook quickly, but they must be monitored, Sarah explains. We want them soft but not mushy, and they should retain their natural flavor. Maliha adds a pinch of salt to the soaking water, enhancing the lentils' taste. Next, the cabbage rolls are filled. Sarah gently scoops the rice and meat mixture onto each leaf, folds the sides, and rolls them tightly. The rolls are placed carefully in the pot, lined up side by side so they cook evenly. Some bell peppers are also filled and placed in the same pot. Maliha pours a simple tomato sauce over the rolls, seasoning it with salt, black pepper, and a touch of turmeric. This sauce adds flavor and color, but the real taste comes from patience, Sarah explains. As the pot begins to simmer, the kitchen fills with the comforting smell of cooking cabbage, meat, and tomato sauce. Neela prepares the samovar for tea, adding charcoal to heat the water. Once it begins to boil, she adds rose petals and a stick of cinnamon, creating a fragrant steam that drifts through the kitchen. Tea is an essential part of our meals, she says. It warms the soul as much as the food warms the body. While the food cooks, Zara washes vegetables that will accompany the meal. Carrots, radishes, and cucumbers are rinsed, trimmed, and sliced. She hums softly, lost in the rhythm of her work. The sound of water splashing and knives chopping is harmonious, like a quiet symphony of rural life. Mary arranges the vegetables on small trays, ready to serve once the meal is complete. The fried meat is checked again.
Audio
It has turned
description
a
mentions
beautiful
only
golden brown,
natural
and its
sounds,
aroma
like
fills
running
every
water,
corner of the
rustling
house.
leaves.
Maliha adds a few fresh herbs, letting them wilt slightly in the hot oil. The combination of meat, herbs, and spices is simple, yet flavorful. Sarah stirs the cabbage rolls, ensuring they cook evenly in the simmering sauce. Each roll is gently turned, careful not to tear the delicate leaves. Grandmother Zari moves around the kitchen, offering advice and encouragement. Do not rush, she says. Cooking is not just about food, it is about patience, love, and attention to detail. Each ingredient has a story, and each task teaches us something. Her presence is calming, a steady anchor in the busy kitchen. Even though her hands are aged, they move with grace and precision, guiding the family through the process. The lentils are ready now. Mary drains the water and adds them to a pot with a pinch of salt, letting them cook slowly. They will later be served with rice, creating a wholesome and nutritious part of the meal. Sarah tastes the cabbage stew, adjusting the seasoning with salt and a pinch of turmeric. Everything is coming together beautifully, she says, smiling. The aroma itself is worth all the effort. Meanwhile, Neela sweeps the house, keeping the floors clean and dust-free. Zara continues to wash the wool, soaking and rinsing it carefully. The wool will later be spun into yarn, reminding us that even small tasks have a purpose.
Is this right?
Maliha checks the stuffed bell peppers, making sure they are tender and cooked evenly. The kitchen is alive with activity, yet a sense of calm prevails. By mid-afternoon, the main meal is almost ready. The cabbage stew, stuffed peppers, fried meat, rice, and lentils have cooked slowly, each ingredient reaching perfection. The aroma fills the house, making everyone hungry and eager to taste the fruits of their labor. Sarah lifts the lid off the cabbage stew, revealing the neatly arranged rolls, their colors vibrant and inviting. Maliha adds the final touch of fresh herbs, while Mary fluffs the rice to make it light and soft. Before serving, they prepare a small salad from the garden vegetables. Carrots, radishes, cucumbers, and watercress are arranged neatly, sprinkled with a pinch of salt and a drizzle of oil.
The watercress looks fresh
Grandmother
this
Zari
morning.
smiles.
Yes,
Even the
and
simplest
these
meal
carrots
looks
are
beautiful when prepared with care.
Grandmother says the
The
stew will
kitchen
be
now
wonderful.
smells of herbs,
The sheep are
spices,
settled for the
and
night.
cooked
The wool
vegetables,
is washing
creating
well.
a
The stew
cozy,
is wonderful,
welcoming
Sarah.
atmosphere.
Did you use the carrots
Finally,
we picked this
everything
morning?
is ready.
Those and the radishes.
Sarah
Be
carries the
careful, it
cabbage
is
stew
very
to the
hot.
table, Maliha brings the fried meat,
Grandmother.
and Mary serves the rice and lentils.
Tea is ready now.
Neela pours tea from the samovar into small glasses, adding the fragrant aroma of rose and cinnamon to the table. Everyone sits together, admiring the fruits of their work. The food is simple, yet it is prepared with so much love and care that it tastes extraordinary. As the family begins to eat, they talk quietly about the day's work. Cooking like this takes time, Sarah says. But every step teaches patience and care. It reminds us to appreciate simple things. Maliha nods, yes, and it brings us together. Every meal is a moment of connection. Zara adds, even the wool and the chores, when done with attention, bring joy. Everything we do matters, no matter how small it seems. The sounds of chopping, sizzling, and water splashing have now given way to laughter, quiet conversation, and the contented murmurs of a family enjoying their meal. The house is warm, the table is full, and the atmosphere is peaceful. Each bite of cabbage stew, stuffed pepper, or tender meat tells a story of dedication, patience, and love.